Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 27th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here. You have this happiness card. It says, things are going well and feeling fulfilled. Love it. You have this teacher card. It says, teach what you already know, even if you're not an expert. I swear you get this card with me all the time. And, I always talk about like teaching with you or, being a teacher and things like that. It doesn't mean that you're literally going to become a teacher. What it means is that a lot of you, I feel, could even be like getting positions in work, for example, where maybe you're like a leader or you're training people or you are being a teacher. It's like, and I also feel that the universe is trying to get Leo to realize that you have like a lot of knowledge that is making you, that could make you very successful. But it's almost like I see you looking through a straw. It's almost like if you were to look at something through a straw, you're only seeing like a tiny little, piece of whatever it is, that your life is. But if you would like throw the straw away, right? Not in the ocean, don't hurt the turtles, right? With the straws. But what I would say is that, if you can get like a new perspective on your skills, I think that you would see that your skills, are extremely valuable for something. And it might be like a different job, or it might mean that you like start a new business or change your career or something like that. And, this message has been repeating for you for a while. Same thing if you have a business. Again, you could be kind of like leveling up your business, or you could be, the whole straw thing. It's like you could be gaining a new perspective that allows you to expand your business or, grow it in a different way. But it is going to require like a new perspective. And that's what I feel here. Let's see. I want to I want to suck this all up through a straw here, Leo, just for a second. You have the King and Queen of Wands showing up in this reading. So for those of you that are looking for a connection, you have these two together, lovers right here. There clearly could be a very passionate connection coming in for you, one that you really desire. So there could be a lot of desire or happiness going on in this connection. I do feel it could be something that makes you very happy as well. So again, if you're like hoping for happiness, or if you're hoping to have a connection that makes you happy, this looks to me like a connection that will make you very happy. So love it. I also the Queen of Wands is like a card of happiness. She has this sunflower right here, and that sunflower points towards the sun. And so whenever we have the Queen of Wands, we have to move more towards our happiness, things that make us happy. You have the Two of Swords. Every reading I do for you, plain and simple. I think that your superpower will come in when you start looking for other ways of doing things. So this could be your job, your business. It could be how you tie your shoes in the morning. I don't care what it is, but it needs to be something. And, I think that for you, a lot of the benefits in life are going to come from, just seeing other ways of doing things or being open to different ways of doing things. And that's very general, yes, but I also feel it'll kind of like, open the world up to you here, Leo, and that's what I would focus on. If you are stuck or have been stuck in a stalemate, like maybe you've been stuck trying to make a decision, you have two aces here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, then in your next row, you have the Ace of Swords. And it looks like to me that there could be either a new opportunity or an offer or communication with the Ace of Swords that leads to a positive change in your life. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like I wouldn't say you're miserable necessarily, although, I mean, maybe some of you are. But what I would say is I think that maybe you've been doubtful, let's use that word, about like kind of where your future is heading, right? Because Queen of Wands, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of foresight, looking into the future or trying to predict your future. And then you have the Chariot. So it looks like to me that you are heading towards a big victory. And that's what you need to realize, is that things are not necessarily going to get worse. I think things are going to get better for you if you allow that, right? Yeah, here you go. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Like there's that doubtful energy. The person on this Nine of Swords, we could say, is being doubtful. The story of this person here is that they've had a nightmare. They've woken up and they're stuck in a nightmare. But the true story is that they're stuck in a comfort zone. They have this blanket, this comfort blanket on their lap there, and they're basically, they're not changing their situation. The story is that they're in a lot of pain, but they're not in enough pain to make a change. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like something maybe has been weighing on you. It's going to be different for all of you. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but something has been weighing on you, and I feel this is saying you need to make a change. With the Two of Swords, you have the Hangman. There's your new perspective that we were talking about. The Hangman puts himself in hangman mode so he can gain enlightenment. His head is glowing here, and he does this so that he can see things from a new perspective, or so that he can have a new perspective. So I feel for a lot of you, you are kind of like doing things, or you are seeing things from a new perspective, which could be leading to enlightenment. You have with the Ace of Pentacles, here you go, total enlightenment with the Sun. The sun is, glowing, and the sun brings answers into our life. The sun is you. So you are showing up here in a very strong position. The sun puts you in a position of power and strength, and it really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I would definitely pay attention with the sun. The sun also shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to, and it's very subtle sometimes in life. But if your attention is being drawn to something, like if something in your life is capturing your attention all of a sudden, or you're becoming aware of something new, I would pay attention to your awareness with the sun, because again, the sun is like a spotlight. It shines a light on something, and it's clearly shining a light on a big opportunity that could lead to a lot of success for you with that Ace of Pentacles. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this exchanging gifts card. It says there's a dance of give and take. What you give, you will get back. You have this angels are watching. There's nothing to worry about. The angels are watching over you. There you go. So I think you are perfectly protected. I think you have nothing to worry about, especially in regards to the future. I feel like my only concern would be if you don't make a change, right? If you stay where you are. The Nine of Swords says something needs to change before he gets into a worse situation. Something needs to be different before he experiences too much pain in his life. So I would make sure that, of course, that you're making some sort of change in your life. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory, but the Ace of Swords is also a sacrifice. There is a palm frond right here, an olive branch here. Palm fronds in the tarot can represent making a sacrifice. The olive branch can be an offer of peace, but it could also just be, something abundant coming in for you. But the Ace of Swords cuts both ways. So usually with the Ace of Swords, we have to cut one thing out of our life so that we can have something else. And I do feel you are being encouraged to make a change here. Again, if the writing is on the wall and you're not making as much money in your work or your business or your job, then something has to change. It doesn't mean you have to leave that job or that business or whatever, but it just says something has to change. So I would be looking for big changes. I would be looking for more efficient, better ways of doing things. And even, again, if I were you, I'd be looking for, opportunities to teach people what you do or something like that. You have knowledge to share. So, there's a billion and a half ways that you can make money doing that. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, a card of expansion. It's also a card of foresight. I feel that you are kind of thinking a lot about your future here on Earth, and you're thinking about changes you want to make, things you want to get accomplished, things you want to do. And I don't know, I just think you're thinking about it. It's like I'm really not getting anything else there. It's like I kind of feel you're in this meditative place where you're planning your future, thinking about your future, you're wanting to see how things will go or, how things will turn out. And that's just it. That's all I get there. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice or having a lot of options. So I feel like you do have a lot of options at this time with the Seven of Cups. I think that you could be accomplishing a lot with this card as well, or you have your sights set on accomplishing things in your life. And so, yeah, I just feel like you're kind of accomplishing a lot with the Seven of Cups. I also feel like there could be a lot of, it seems to me like there's good information coming in for you. I'm getting something about information or news. You have the Ace of Swords, which could be communication, but I feel like you could be getting news or information that you should pay attention to. It's a very vague message, but that's what I'm getting there. And I don't know, it's like this could be an offer from a person for a job, or someone could be telling you oh, I heard this other place was hiring, or hey, it could be something even more subtle. It could be something where, a person says to you hey, you would make a great teacher in XYZ, and that could give you an idea that could lead to a victory with the Ace of Swords. We see a lot of victories here. You have this, you have the Chariot as well. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups twice. It's funny that I said that. Basically, these two are connected, and here you go. So I think that there is, I don't know, it's kind of a weird way to read the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is not a card of information necessarily. It's, a card of him being spoiled for choice and kind of dreaming of something in those clouds. But it's kind of striking me as information that you are being presented with. I think that you're weighing up your options with the Seven of Cups. I think that, if someone tells you hey, this place is hiring or something's going on over here, it's you could be weighing the options, looking into it, seeing it. But, we're going to have to dig in more to see what's going on here. With the Three of Wands, you have the You showing up, Strength card. You show up twice in two very good positions here. So you are clearly present in the reading. And when you show up as yourself in a reading, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength. The Strength card would also kind of solidify the message of you having worked on something for a long time and, kind of being ready to present it to the world in a different way. So I think that would be a very powerful change for you. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Queen of Wands, which you have twice here, here, these two, and then going this way here. So if you want love with that Nine of Wands, I would definitely open up to a person. This looks like a new person to me. So you could be attracting a new person into your life. And I feel like the Nine of Wands is encouraging you to release your boundaries or to let down your boundaries and, just be open, right? So that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Broken Open card, and you also have this Rose's Kiss card. So I feel that you are kind of opening up, like I just said. I also feel the Broken Open card, it's also glowing. So there could be some enlightenment coming in for you where you have a sudden flash of insight, this week, or I would even say over the next month. Even though this is a weekly reading, to me, tarot doesn't, the universe doesn't wear a watch. Things happen when they're going to happen. So I would pay attention over the next month if you all of a sudden become aware or like have a sudden flash of insight or see things from a new perspective. If you throw the straw away, right? I think that I would pay attention to that. The Rose's Kiss card is a card of having a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that makes you very special. And this whole entire reading is kind of referring to something that makes you special or could lead to more success for you or whatever the case may be. So I would stay open to, pretty much everything, any opportunities, new ways of doing things, new ideas, all sorts of stuff with this Rose's Kiss card, especially if it has to do with your skills. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Chariot. You have 2 sevens right here. 2 sevens to me represents internal fears that don't exist. So I would definitely release any fears that you're having about, anything that you're wanting to do in your life. 7 of Pentacles really says release your fears. 7 of Pentacles is a change in direction. So for some of you, there could be some sort of change in direction coming into your life here. I think it would lead to a lot of success, like whatever this change is. But, I feel that he's looking at the work that he's already done. The whole, that pretty much sums up the entire reading, the 7 of Pentacles. He's looking at this work that he's done on this card, and he's like ready for something new. He's already grown those pentacles. You've already done what you've been doing, and I feel it's time to switch or upgrade or something with this energy. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands about being bold, being assertive, really going for something you want. So he really grabs the bull by the horns, and he really makes things happen. And that's kind of like the energy I think you need to be in, is an energy of really taking control of your like projects, business ideas, things that you want to create in your life. I would really try to, take control of those things and make them happen. The King of Wands is also about, really being bold, assertive, and really going for things. So like I said, I would definitely embrace that energy. A lot of you could be becoming like more entrepreneurial, or you could be coming up with entrepreneurial ideas. And again, I would embrace those ideas. I think they're going to lead to success. You have the Chariot. The Chariot is like a big victory or a big win, and we see wins throughout the reading. So there's clearly some sort of big win coming in for you. I think that some of you could also be thinking about moving. So if you're thinking about moving, Chariot obviously is a very good card for doing that. The Chariot is also about setting yourself apart. So it kind of suggests that you can do something unlike anyone else. So you have your own unique way of accomplishing things, doing things in life. And this is basically saying, like, pay attention to your uniqueness. Pay attention to the way that you do things, because again, you might be able to teach people things, and you could get paid handsomely for whatever you can do. So I would, work on that. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Pentacles. Something just isn't cutting it anymore, Like I said, I really think the reading is leaning in that direction. Like something just doesn't cut it. It's like maybe you have a job and yeah, sure, maybe it pays the bills and all this other stuff, but I think that it's time for you to kind of like, live a more exceptional life, or it's time for you to do something that is more exceptional, right? I think that's what this reading is trying to say. Same thing in love. Again, if you're like single and looking for love, I feel it's time for you to get that exceptional relationship. It's time for exceptional here, Leo. With the King of Cups, you have the 6 of Cups. I love 2 6s. 2 6s together to me is basically confirmation for your path. It says you're going in the right direction. The 6 of Cups can also be like a childlike connection. A lot of people read it as someone from the past, but really, if you read any of the old tarot books, they all say do not go back to the past. Even like Golden Tarot, the Cat Black version, she says in that book that comes with the deck, don't go back to the past. So really, it can be a card of like a soulmate or a childlike connection coming in for you. So there could be someone who's like more playful, more childlike, who really wants to just enjoy things and, enjoy the good stuff in life. And, it seems to me like I think you want to enjoy the good stuff in life as well. With the Chariot, you have the 3 of Cups. I think you're going to be celebrating a new harvest in the future as well. So if you make these changes, or if you upgrade your work in some way, or if you upgrade how you do your work, then that's where these changes are going to come from, Leo. And I would definitely encourage that, because this whole entire reading is saying it's going to be very successful. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Satyr card. It says revelry and indulgence. You have the Sphinx. It says choose your words carefully. So I think it would, yeah, I definitely would. I only speak positivity into your life. You're a fixed sign. We have all this energy in Taurus. So you being a fixed sign, it definitely is going to affect you more. I would definitely be careful of the words you use to like manifest, create, all that other good stuff. But I think you're going to be enjoying yourself. I think you need to enjoy yourself as well. Like the revelry and indulgence card, it's coming up in the good stuff. I think it's encouraging you to socialize, spend more time doing things that you enjoy, that bring happiness into your life. Get a hobby, Leo. You have the Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. The Nine of Wands, I think, is saying that you're opening up now. So we have that Broken Open card and, all these other cards of enlightenment. It seems to me like you are maybe opening more up to the world, or, different ideas in the world. I also feel you could be opening up in love, clearly. So if you want a connection, this looks very, very good for you. You have the Hierophant, again, the teacher. So we see a lot of this teaching energy in your readings. This comes up for you all the time. So you could be teaching something. You could also be learning something and teaching it. Like the fastest way to learn something is to teach it. So I think a lot of you could be learning new ideas. This card is a card of blessings. He's making a symbol right here with his hand, and it represents blessings coming into your life. And so if you are, doing the work, I think that you are manifesting blessings as well. He's the bridge between the heavens and the earth, and he brings the blessings down. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like the universe wants you to be blessed. You have the Lovers, so definitely love. I mean, the whole entire reading basically talks about love, and I'm sure you're all sick of hearing it, but there clearly could be a very solid connection coming in for you here, Leo, and it looks good to me. Could be a Gemini as well. Here you go. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, marriage. So this right here looks amazing going this way. This looks like you meeting a person that you could marry. I'm not saying you're going to marry him like now, but you could be, it could have marriage potential. Could also just be a commitment. I also get something about your luck here. This is like 1111 right here, 1111. So 1111 could be like a very lucky number for you. Or you could just be kind of going through this gateway, this portal that's in the middle of the card, and celebrating more, or you're celebrating your life more, something like that. With the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Wands, something new, out with the old, in with the new. You have 3 aces, which is amazing. But this card is kind of like the spark of life. I always say that the Ace of Wands is like the root going down into the soil. It says that you're working on new things in your life, and you're manifesting something. And so the Ace of Wands is like planting the seed. And it's that initial spark of life. After that, it's up to you. You have to continue to nurture something new in your life so that it can continue to grow. So as long as you create a positive environment for growth, then things are going to grow. With the Lovers, you have the Emperor. Yeah, you could be attracting an Emperor type person if you're looking for an Emperor. If you're looking for an Empress, could be an Empress, whatever. I also feel that this is encouraging more control in your life, like not as in being controlling, but as in controlling your destiny, or taking control of things that you want to create in your life. And that's what I would do here. Let's see. You have this Resistance card. Yeah, I mean, you're a fixed sign. This is a Taurus card, so I think that you need to push past those moments where you doubt yourself, or where you feel like things aren't going to work out how you think they're going to work out, or whatever the case may be. So push through resistance. You have this Birth card. You are definitely birthing a new idea. I would be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant as well. Definitely popping into my head. But, I think for the most part, with the 3 aces, this is just talking about a birth of something new in your life. And again, obviously it's a baby, so you're going to have to nurture this thing that you're working on into existence, especially if you're like leveling up in your career or your work. You have the Leo card. This is this Fortune card. I really feel it's a exceptionally fortunate time for you. Obviously nothing just happens in life. So, people love to leave comments saying that, oh, you said it was an exceptionally abundant time for me. Nothing happened. I'm like, yeah, you have to do things to make the change. This isn't magic. This is just energy that exists. So you have to put yourself in new situations. You have to stretch yourself and try to level up, or you have to try to grow a new business or something, to get this fortune. So I make that very clear in my readings. Nothing just happens. You have this risk card. A great time for taking risks. I think that we all should be taking bigger risks. But again, there's a certain type of risk we should be taking because Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto is retrograding out of Aquarius, but still, Pluto is basically in Aquarius, and it will be in November. So Pluto and Aquarius risks are like the risk of public speaking, the risk of, the risk of saying something and being wrong, the risk of looking for a new job and doing something different, basically the risk of putting yourself out there. So those risks are going to pay off for you. You have this revenge card. I would be careful of any past people here. Again, we have the Nine of Swords, which can be a repeat nightmare. So if you have a person from your past who is a nightmare, I would definitely be careful of that person with this revenge energy. But other than that, this looks amazing. It looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.